Okay, good morning, everybody. Welcome to the salary board. We'll call to order the salary board for October 29th at 10 a.m. We'll look for any public comment on items not appearing on today's agenda. Is there any public comment for our salary board? Okay, we are seeing no public comment at this time. We'll move to our minutes from our meeting on October 15th. Is there would that be the 15th or the 22nd? Natalie, sorry.
That would be the 15th. We did not meet on the 22nd.
Okay, thank you, Natalie. All right, is there a motion to approve those minutes?
Motion to approve the minutes from October 15th.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any final discussion on the minutes? Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
Motion is carried. Okay. For our first item here, we're going to turn it over to our controller, Jason Moser.
Hi, yes, thank you. Just back in front of the salary board here to request an extension to the overtime request for 25 hours per week for the staff. The workload hasn't really diminished at all, perhaps increased. And that would be retroactive to the beginning of this current week that we're in, because the original period expired at the end of last week.
Okay, any questions for our controller before we look for a motion? Okay, hearing none, we'll offer you the honor, Mr. Controller.
All right, motion to for any necessary overtime up to 25 hours per week until November 21st, which is the pay period 24.
Second.
It has been moved and seconded. Any final discussion on that? Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same side and say nay. The motion is carried. Okay. Moving to our next item here for our elections office. So we have finished up at the Bryce Jordan Center, the early vote site. Those staff people have been reduced by about, I'd say, going from 16 to maybe 8 a day. And they will be working in our office. We just got them trained up here at the Willowbank building to scan in ballots when they get here. And then we are also having them look up every voter that voted a mail ballot and write their precinct number on the outside of the envelope. So it's a very time-consuming task to make sure that we can alphabetize things, and so and get the vote by mail data correct. So out of the Center for Tech and Civic Life grant, I would highly recommend us compensating our. They've been volunteers. They've been answering the phones in the elections office to help with our full-time election workers to basically have them focus on what they need to do. But these people are answering the phones. And so since we've diminished the amount of, we had budgeted for all 16 people to essentially stay through the election, it's going to decrease. But we could basically for 2 weeks have these individuals compensated. They've been doing a marvelous job. The phones are nonstop. And so it just basically would be the creation of 4 of these positions, but it'd only be 2 weeks of compensation. Again, be paid for out of the grant. We have actually a lot of the grant money left over, so we're getting creative with how they would spend it. But I'd be happy to answer any questions on this and appreciate all the support the salary board has given to the elections office as we 5 or 4 days away from the election. So appreciate it very much. Okay.
I'll make a motion to approve that.
Second.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded. Any final discussions on that? Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
The motion is carried. Okay. All right. Thank you, everybody. For our probation office, we have a lateral change of title and transfer, and we'd look for a motion to that effect.
Motion to approve the lateral transfer change in title for Ryan Day.
Second.
Been moved and seconded. Any final discussion on that? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
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 The motion is carried. Okay. And then at this time, the salary board will be joined by our pathonetary Secretary, Jeremy Breon. Good morning, Jeremy. We'll turn it over to you.
Good morning. I come before the salary board today to ask to have my office filled. We would like to hire Mindy Evok. Mindy, currently, she was working within Center County government to fill job number 25 salary grade and 8 at $13.52 per hour. And Miss Evok would start on or about November 9th, 2020.
Thank you, Mr. Breon. Any questions before we look for a motion?
I have one question. Jeremy, you look a little cold. You seem to be wearing 3 layers.
I'm always cold. I have my sweater on and I have my vest on, which you will frequently see me wearing in the courthouse.
Right. But now you have a jacket on top of that.
I can confirm the vest.
We hope the new HVAC system is working over there.
That was my concern.
Or are you saving the taxpayers' money? But
If you come up,
the ribbing works better if there isn't that delay in the video. We sort of, so that's okay. Would you like to make the motion, Mr. Breon? Oh boy.
but I will say,
Oh, okay. Jeremy, we're gonna have to apologize. Your video is a little choppy.
okay, I would like to please make the motion to hire Mindy Evok in the Prothonotari's office as Department Clerk 3.
Second?
It's been moved and seconded. Any final discussion, comments, questions on this? Hearing none and seeing none, all in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
The motion is carried. Okay, thank you very much, Jeremy. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Anything else to come before the salary board before we look to adjourn? Will there be a motion to adjourn?
There is one thing I'd like to bring up just as a point. Would it be possible to, and Lou, I'm trying to think of another word other than perhaps hazard pay, but supplemental bonus, all the employees who were involved in the elections effort that are working so incredibly hard right now. I'm thinking some of the maintenance folks and some of the other employees that are really kind of going above and beyond, the call of duty right now.
Absolutely, Commissioner. In the Center for Tech and Civic Life grant, we did request for some bonuses or hazard pay, as you would say, and the critical infrastructure they play in making this election happen is not possible. It's not possible with the great group of people we have, and so I would strongly support that. And as we I think conclude the election, we could certainly allocate those grants and officially make them possible. So I would support that. Yes, absolutely.
Does that money need to be allocated before the election, or can it be allocated, kind of post-election?
We actually, and so again, great question. They have an FAQ available, and we can allocate it after the election. The grant has a FAQ. As long as we spend it before December 31st, we are okay. Yep.
Yeah, I agree with Steve. It's a good idea. So let's keep that in the back of our minds and see how much we have left over and give some show of appreciation the staff who's been working way over 40 hours a week for many weeks now.
Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner. Thank you. Okay. So as we conclude the election, I think it'll be appropriate to put that on an agenda item for us to discuss, consider, and again, see how much we have remaining. But we do have that allocated in there, so we should be good from that standpoint. But okay, any other items to come before the salary board?
None.
Okay. All right, let's look for a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn?
Second?
All right, it's been moved and seconded. All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
Motion is carried. We are adjourned.
Thanks, everyone.